Good morning, folks. Welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Paul Lavoie and welcome on this overcast day, but it's a great opportunity to actually show the marker lights on this thing. My cameraman actually had a great idea to show that just so it can pop, so you can see what you're looking like at night, which is a very, very nice little feature that they add to all this, making sure you're being as bright as possible so people can actually see you because you are a very big vehicle. But today we are showing a 2024 Freightliner M2 106 Plus with the Summit Hauler conversion. And as we get started up front here, you're gonna see Summit Hauler's custom grille just like this. They have added a light bar, which is an awesome feature, illuminating your way as much as possible. You do have the indicator lights like I was just going over, but once there's the switch to actually turn these on is actually on the inside, and I'll show you exactly where that's at. Down below here, we've got Freightliner's patented 3-piece bumper, making it very, very easy if anything does happen on the road to change that out. Getting you back on your way if you're running this commercially or any other way, carrying horses or anything like that. But they do individually replace, making it a lot less expensive as well. Right below there, inside there, we've got our recovery hooks as well. And then right in the middle right here is our very important Detroit Assurance safety package. That is for your front end crash alert, so if anybody does actually brake in front of you and you're not paying attention, let's hope you are, it will actually brake the truck for you. Up top here, this is our compressed fiberglass hood, very durable, making it so that you're not gonna get those little dinks, dents that sometimes the hail actually does. We get a lot of hail here, so it's cool to actually have that. Coming in the side here, we got the Cummins L9 engine, coupled with the Allison 3200 TRV transmission. It has 360 horsepower, 1,150 pound-feet of torque. If you're mechanically inclined, it's very, very easy to actually access all of this stuff in here. Up top there, we've got our coolant reservoir, we've got our air filter right here, dipstick right down here. You've got your dipstick for your transmission actually right back there. And actually your transmission fill is actually right back there as well. Right here, you've got your fuse relay box. This is one of two. The other one is on the inside. I will show you that, but it's very easy to actually work on. 2 clips right here, open it up, and then you can work on it however you need to. Down below here, you've got your power steering fluid reservoir and your fuel filter water separator right here. A nice feature they do actually add in here, if your batteries do die, there's a couple of leads right here that actually you can just get a quick jump, and I'll show you where the panel is to actually access those batteries. I'm gonna shut this so you can actually see how it is. When you're doing it, it's gonna fight you a little bit. It's very, very easy to open and close this though. You've got the hydraulics that are actually making it so it's a safety thing. If a gust of wind comes down, tries to slam you in there, it's not gonna do that. Or if somebody's just trying to mess with you and try and squish you in there, it's not gonna hurt very much, which is a good thing. Just make sure that when you are done, you do strap it down on that side. There is one more on the other side, just making it as safe as possible. Right here, we've got our Michelin X. These are 255/80 R22.5 wheels, or sorry, tires. And then you've got the Alcoa wheels. We always add on the inside of here an extra drum in there. It is our balancing drum. Ball bearings are in there, evening out the tire, making it so you're keeping as much tire surface on the actual road as possible. Up top here, we've got our safety mirrors. When I say safety mirrors, this is just meaning so if you hit something or something hits you, they do just break away just like this, making it so they're not just gonna shear off and then you have to replace them. They are powered up top. They do have an indicator right here, light right here. They are heated, motorized, and so you can adjust it accordingly, whatever you want. This bottom one is for your walleye, looking you out even further so you can make sure you're looking at all your blind zone positions. Down below here, you've got your 2 step-ups right here. Very large surface area right here, so you're making it so you're keeping as much of your foot on there as possible, and obviously being as safe as possible. You've got your anti-slip right here on both, and then of course the indicator lights going on right there. I did miss one feature right here. Right here we have got our engine block heater, so on those cold nights you just plug it in, making it so your fuel's not going to get gunked up. Second part right here, fuel. This is your fuel cover along with your fuel tank and your def tank. The fuel tank is 50 gallons. This is one of 2, so you've got a total of 100 gallons. And then of course your def tank right there is you are getting 6 gallons in there. You're roughly getting about 350 miles per gallon on that, making it so you are getting on your way, so you don't need to fill it up every 10 seconds. This is lockable, which is a nice feature. Just make sure on those cold days when you're actually getting slush and everything up there, tap it a little bit so you're not freezing up there as much as it could. In here, we have got the Summit Hauler conversion package in here. It's a beautiful tan leather. I love this leather. This seat is a very durable, very comfortable seat. It is an air ride seat, which is always a plus, especially when you're driving in these trucks. Here's the controls for the air ride right here. Just to adjust it accordingly however you would like. Your lumbar support right here. Tilt feature for the back right there. And then of course this is a heated seat. We've got one more feature on here. This is our light test button. If you're just doing this button, this is just for the truck. You hit that button and you will, it'll show all the indicator lights, both your headlights and taillights, make sure they were actually working proper. And also you've got Freightliner's kill switch in here. If you're not a daily driver on this, you'll just turn off the batteries. It turns off all the electrics and it makes sure it saves your batteries. I apologize. We're gonna get this started. I've already put it in the accessories mode, but whenever you do get started with this, you'll plug that key in, you'll turn it to the accessories mode. It's gonna do a cycle running through all the safety checks. It takes about 5 seconds, 5 clicks, and then you'll get it started. Fires right up. In the back here, we have got our 3-passenger comfortable sofa in the back. The best part about this, well, it's comfortable for your passengers, but also if you need to pull over, if you've hit your allotted hours, this does go down into a bed, which is a great feature. Just make sure that you are not putting anything on here, any type of weight-wise or any type of passengers. It tends to burn out the motor. We don't want to do that. Also, sometimes if you haven't used it in a while when you're going down there, it tends to sometimes get gunked up. Just make sure that you grease the gears on the bottom there. But the button for that is right up there. But like I said, very comfortable seat, very easy to actually do. Right here, we have got our hookup for your trickle charger right here. If you want to top off the batteries, you have the ability to do it right there. And that battery, those batteries are actually just right above that in this panel right here. So it's very easy to access. 3 bolts on the front, 1 in the back. You just take that off. You can maintenance the batteries. There are 2 batteries back there. When you're done, just plug that back up, shut your door. Should be good to go. Right here, this is one of the 2 storage bins of this size. When you're looking in here, diamond plated, very durable. Store anything you'd like. A lovely feature that we add in here is the air line right in there. Boom. So if you need to pump up a tire, very easy to do. We put a fire extinguisher in there. We're already hooked up for the glad hands, and we have the hose in there as well. As you can see, the weather stripping goes along the entirety of the storage bin right here. It is lockable, and it keeps it pretty good weatherproofing, by the way. Right here, this is this second storage bin right here. This is one of 2 of this size, also diamond plated. A lot of people put their chains, flares, anything that you want to store in there. And once again, weatherproof and lockable. Coming up the back of the bed here, this is an aluminum bed. We have diamond plated it, very durable, lightweight. We do put a steel plate in the back to even out the truck so you're not just bouncing up and down the road if you're not trailering anything. A nice feature that they add on here, that you'll see that there's 2 holes right here. They are pre-drilled holes for you to add either an exterior storage bin, a fuel tank, anything like that. You can even put a spare tire up there. But we actually designed a storage bin that actually fits perfectly in the actual headache bar and matches with the actual bed as well. Up top here, you've got your brake lights and your reverse indicators, and right in the middle, you have got your backup camera. We use a Voyager system here, which is an absolutely gorgeous system. You can hook up to 4 cameras on this one. You can do it hardwired, which one that one is, or you can do it wirelessly as well. As you're coming down here, you're gonna see the track system that we've added on here. You can hook up anything you want. It is a 1,000-pound weight limit on it. If you want to tie down a spare tire, I had a gentleman that bought one from me that actually tied down a cooler and actually held there pretty good. He drove it from here all the way down to Florida and it did not move. So it was a nice little feature that he had actually come up with his own self. In the middle here, this is what we call our trough system. This is where you're going to be hooking up to either your fifth wheel or gooseneck. We have it already pre-drilled for your fifth wheel and your gooseneck. As you can see on the outside, you've got your holes for that, and right in the middle, you've got it for your gooseneck. I do recommend the fifth wheel Hensley. We always like to hook those up, and if you need that to be added to it before you actually take delivery of the vehicle, we can have that set up for you. Down below here, we've got hookups for the fifth wheel and bumper pull electronics. And then right here, that's a nice little feature we've added to it. That is a second camera. So now you have 2 of the 4 that you can use. This one's just for the actual hitch right here. Power for your actual Voyager system for your trailering, if you have cameras on there, is right there. And then we have, of course, our Gen Y bumper pull hitch. This is a 30,000 pound weight limit hitch. We have got our Gen Y 2 5/6 2 5/16 ball already on there, but this is incredibly customizable however you want. You can raise it or lower it however you want. You can set up any ball that you want in there. Like I said, we've got the 2 5/16 ball right here. Down below, we've got the 2-inch. If you want to go bigger than that, you have the ability to actually do it. Coming down the side here, you're going to see the track system on both sides for your step-ups going down the entirety of the actual truck, which is an awesome feature. Just make sure that if you have the track system, that means you can actually step on it. Do not step on this. That will eventually give away, even though it is a very durable. But as you can see right here, you've got the other 2 storage bins. I'm not going to show you in there because it is the exact same as the other side, except for on this one, it does not have the air valve. The air valve is only going to be on that side. Coming down here, this is the other side of your fuel tank. Like I said, there are 2 of them, and they are both 50 gallons, making it a total of 100 gallons. It is a self-leveling system, but if you do want to get completely full, you will need to fill up on both sides. This one is also lockable. Very, very nice features. In the front here, this is going to show you the passenger side. Very comfortable, open area. This is the exact same features of what you have on the driver's side. It is an air ride seat. Controls are easy enough. When I was telling you inside the engine, you have your fuse panel, one of 2. This is where the second one is, right under here. You just got to pull onto that, and you'll pull it out, and then you can access all the fuses in there. One other feature that I did not go over, I told you there was an air system on there for the seats. The entire cab is actually air as well, and you've got air brakes as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you the back here. He's going to hop up in there, but you're going to show you the back console first. You're going to show you a couple more power options if you want to top off your batteries in your laptop or anything like that. Anything that requires a plug of some sort. You've got a 120 normal house outlet, and then of course you've got a couple of USB-A's and a couple of USB-C's just down below there. As you see here, when we first come in here, you're going to see this very, very large windshield. It is 2,500 square inches of windshield, making it sure that you can see everything out there, being safe as possible. In the middle here, this is another part of your Detroit Assurance package. This one here is more for your lane keep assist, so if you're going outside of your lane and you're not signaling, it's going to give you an audible on whichever side that you're going on, and it's a really annoying sound. But if you don't like that, there's actually the ability to turn it off, but obviously we want to be as safe as possible, making sure you're paying attention. We're going to stay up top here. A couple of more storage bins up here if you need to store insurance, registration, or anything that you really just want to keep up here. You have the ability to do that. To the left here, this is where we got our Voyager system, what I was going over. So right now it's hooked up to the headache bar. That's where you're going to be seeing your fifth wheel or gooseneck. Or if you just want to keep it on watching the road, you can actually do that as well. But obviously try and pay attention in front of you because that's the most important. It's easy to actually work this. There's your power button right here, or you can cycle through the cameras, which is very easy. Just press the button. Right now we're on camera 1. Here's camera 2. The other one is on camera 3, showing you the bumper pull right there. And then you have the ability to go split screen, camera 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3, or 1, 2, 3, and 4. Cycle through. You can actually change the brightness. This will stay on when you're driving, no matter what mile per hour you're actually going on. If it is too bright, you can change the brightness right there, or you can just turn it off if you don't like it. Also, you've got your air horn up here, and then your secondary mic for your Bluetooth is right there. So if you want to call anybody, making sure you're being as safe as possible so you don't have your phone up in your hand. On the left side over here on the door panel, this is how you're going to be controlling your windows, but the first thing you'll notice that there's only 2 controls for the actual windows, even though this is a 4-door. How you control the rear doors is just going to be right here, so you'll hit that button, and then you'll have controls for the back. Once you're done, just hit that button again, it goes back to the front. Defrost features right here, controls for your side mirrors, making it adjustable so you can actually make sure you're being safe so you can see everything on there. Turn signals, windshield wipers all right there. Controls for the actual dashboard is right here, very easy to use. Most of them are analog, but you've got your digital display right there. RPMs, oil pressure, fuel tank and def tank are right here. There is 2, it doesn't look like it, but there is 2 levers that are in there. White one is for the fuel, blue one is for the def, and then you've got your middle display right there, and you can customize it however you want. It'll let you know exactly what's going on with the vehicle. On the right side, you've got your speed limit, your primary and secondary air, and then of course your water temperature right there. Controls for your Bluetooth right here, answering and hanging up phone calls. You've got your cruise control right here. And then if you got your gear shifters right here for your transmission. It is an Allison 3200 TRV transmission. Like I had said before, it is a 6-speed automatic transmission. You have the ability to just go into drive and reverse right here, and then of course neutral. If you want to go to a manual mode, you would just hit the button right here, and then when you're going up and down in gears, you're going to go down this way and then back up this way for that. This also acts as your engine brake as well. When it has 3 different levels. If you're all the way up, it's off. When you're going down, it's just 1, 2, and 3. And that just depends on the intensity of what you want braking for your truck, and then actually helping your trailer out as well. If you do have air brakes for your trailer, this is going to be your control right here. This down below here is your air control for your actual truck, just basically putting your parking brake on. Right here for the infotainment, this is your controls for your subwoofer, just giving you more and less bass. And right here, that front light bar, that's where your controls are for it right here. You would just click it down like that, it turns it on, makes it really, really bright. Down below that, you've got your red arc trailer gain system. If you have electronic brakes on your trailer, you can set the gain on it however you would want, the intensity of whatever braking and however heavy your load is. Hazards right here, dome light, footwell light, and your pre-trip light. The pre-trip light is very similar to what the light test on the by the door panel was. This one actually acts for your truck and trailer though, so you would hit that. It takes about a minute to start, then you'll walk around both the truck and trailer making sure all of your indicator lights are working properly. Right here you have optional switches right here. You can add anything you want, another light bar or anything like that, a winch, anything you can really think of that you can customize this. Right now we have added this optional switch right here, which actually illuminates the bed if you're hooking up. It makes it a lot easier for you to hook up to trailering, or if you're just working in the bed. It's a nice feature that they've added. I love that. Right here, these are going to be all for your safety systems right here. This first one's automatic brake assist, lane departure warning, and then your traction control. These systems are all on. These are the buttons to turn it off. Like I said, if that lane departure warning just gets annoying and you really don't like it, you can turn it off just by hitting that button right there. This fourth button is the shutdown override button. Incredibly important button. If you get indicated a message on the front of the dashboard stating, hey, we're turning this engine is going to shut down in 45 seconds because something's internally going wrong, but you're right in the middle of the highway and you don't want to be there because you don't want to impact traffic. Of course, we want to be as safe as possible. You would hit that button and then you would pull off to the side and then just make sure you turn off the vehicle, because that will keep it going no matter what. Right here, we've got controls for the rear air, intensities high and low. In the middle position, it's neutral, so it's off. Heating, cooling for the back. This one here is your locking differential for your rear. And then of course your suspension dump. If you're coming up to one of those low trailers so you got to get down even lower, you would hit that and it'll drop down the back end. Right here are hookups for your HDMI and USB-A, totally for the infotainment system that's right here. This is very easy to actually work on it. When I say plug into it, this is mostly for Apple and Android CarPlay. If you want your phone to come up here, you have to be tethered to it so your phone can actually come up on the screen. Otherwise, it's very easy to navigate through here. If you want the navigation through this, you would just hit that and you can actually see what's going on. It will talk to you. But if you want your navigation on your phone, which is probably more up to date, you can just use Apple or Android. But very, very easy. Down below here, you've got controls for your front air conditioning or heating is right here. Your fan speed right here, recirculated air, your different zones, and then your heating and cooling right there. Just obviously compared to whatever you need to actually do. You've got a very large console area right here. 4 very large cup holders. Putting in there whatever you want. You want your big gulps, your Stanley cups. If something does spill, these are easily taken out, which is a nice little feature. And then you've got your middle storage right here for your middle console. Whatever you want to store in there, you have the ability to do that. That does about wrap this one up, guys. But if you are interested in this one or any of the other vehicles on our lot, feel free to get a hold of me. My information's down below. You can email me at paul.lavoie@transwest.com, or my number's 303-503-3305. Thanks for joining me, folks. You guys have a good day.